Good stretch in, and welcome back, everybody, to episode 3. Glad you're here. Glad you're joining along with us. We take a look. Remember, we just finished our first village, which was a farming village. Now it's time to move on to village number 2. We spent 21 days here in the first village, renovating it, updating it, adding some new structures. Now it's time to get on going. You can see it's 23, so we spent a couple days just looking at what we completed and then getting all of our stuff together to be able to leave. And now we're gonna just head on out and try to find a new village. And if you remember, we went mining just a little bit, found some other things in some chests. So I've taken all of the valuables that I can. You can see I left like these gold nuggets, and I guess I should take these saplings with me. Not sure I'll find any more spruce. And I'm gonna leave all of this wood here. If I ever need it, I guess I can come back, but that was from some of the buildings that we took down and just ended up not using. Okay, no coal in there, just some dirt and gravel. So we're just gonna take this with me. I love having a stone cutter, makes it so much cheaper. We'll take that. I did that. Oh, I don't need to. We'll leave this one. But yeah, we're gonna head out. Here's our farmhouse, storage house, our barn, and this beautiful mountain backdrop. Remember, we came over here, we built some extra houses, added that bell, make it a real village, a place for our villagers to live. Got our fields in front, and we left just a couple of the naturally generated structures here behind. Added this path on over to where the original village path was. Added a bridge across so we could get over there easily. And yeah, you see we left the shepherd's house, left the church. Our spawn was over that way. And we just came this way, found this area, thought it looked great, loved the mountain backdrop. So now we're gonna head off that direction. And you know, going over this mountain, I don't really feel like jumping up that a whole bunch. So instead, we're going to follow this river on and around the mountain and then get our way back to the right. So let's do it. So I'm going to take this time here as we speedily run about trying to find another village and just talk a little bit about plans for the series, how it came about, and why we want to do it. So I've been playing Minecraft for I can't even remember how many years. I remember the first major update on Java, that's what I've always played on, was the horse update. So if we go all the way back then, the first major one I remember them adding in was horses. So I've been around for a while. And I've always started a new single player world with every major update. I've played on a couple of servers. I've gotten into modded Minecraft just a little bit. Love to play Galacticraft. And so after so many years and so many updates, I started to get just a little bit bored. You know, you do the same things every time. There's always something new in the newer updates to try to accomplish. But after you do that, you're just back to where you were before the new update. And so in a way to keep my interest going, I thought it'd be really cool to just make some videos out of these. Now, not here trying to get YouTube famous or anything. It was the fact that making videos gives me something to work towards. And that is huge for me. Having a goal in mind while I play. I always had a goal whenever I start a new world. Typically it's, you know, defeat the Wither, defeat the Ender Dragon, get a beacon. With the newest update, it's find a deep dark, defeat the Warden, that kind of stuff. But once you do that, it really is over. So having the idea and the goal in mind of making videos for each one of these is something that's continuous, that never stops. You always have another video that you can make. And so it's really keeping me interested and going. Now, the thought behind this series, 20 for 20, I've done different things like this. I have done 100 days in a snowy biome, 100 days in a desert biome, ultra hardcore mode where you get 1 life, that's it. And those are things that I enjoy doing. I didn't record any of those, but those are goals in mind that I've enjoyed doing. But I've always ended up, I'd get maybe about day 60 and then I'd be bored again because I'd get about 60 days in and I've went to the Nether, I've defeated the Ender Dragon, I've built a couple mob farms or different thing, redstone contraptions, so what is there to do next? So that's where this idea came into. Specifically, I was playing on a super flat world one time, and if you've never played survival on a super flat, you have to keep going from village to village to be able to get your resources. There's no other way, especially if you want to get things like obsidian. So as I was doing that, I was thinking, I go to each one of these different villages, and what if instead of just pillaging the village and taking it all back to my other one, I spent some time in each village and attempted to actually do something to it, give it a theme. And so I've never considered myself a technical player of Minecraft. I don't build a lot of redstone contraptions or anything. I definitely build farms to make them easier on myself, but I am not here exploiting game mechanics and doing awesome stuff of that nature, but I have considered myself a bit more of a builder. And so as I was thinking, I go to all these different villages, what if I gave them a theme? It'd also be a great way for me to try out different styles and refine my building processes. So that's where this series came from. Each village has a different theme. The first one is a farming village. I went for the traditional red-sided barns with their pointed roofs. This one is going to be a mining village because I need to get some resources. I'd love to get some diamonds, maybe start enchanting a little bit, get some silk touch or fortune. And so that will allow me to build a different style than what the first one was. As a mining village, it's going to be different than the farming style. So that's how I started getting into Minecraft, why I'm making videos now, and the reason behind this series. Let's jump back into our village that we just found here and have started setting up shop. Alright, as you can see, it is day 24. So let's go ahead and record that as our first start of the day because we got here afternoon. So we're at, let's see, negative 1051, 336, 1051, 336, 1051, 336, and it is day 24, which means if we're staying here for 20 days, we will be here until day 44. There we go. Still eating up some of these fish. As you can see, I found some leather armor. I've got just a couple iron tools, and I'm gonna go ahead and make some more because I think it's time that we start mining. I think we need to go out and let's just see if right here in this village there's any open surface caves that will take us down into the mines. Obviously, we want to get down into deep slate because that's where the diamonds are. Also, wouldn't mind getting to about Y15, just a little bit up above the deep slate transition because that's where a lot of iron forms. So I saw this as we were coming in. Looks like there's a mason down here. Goes into some water. Goes down quite a ways, but it looks like it's all water filled, and I'm not up for that yet. This one right in the center of the village is a bust. I was really hoping this one would be a good one because this is just prime spot right here in the center. Now, I think I saw one over here whenever we first came, and I'm pretty sure this one's full of water too, but let's go ahead and check it out. It'd just be a lot easier if we were able to put one right on the surface instead of everything down. This one doesn't really look like it's going anywhere, just magnet blocks. Swim this way. Yeah, nothing going on here, so this one's a bust too. Let's go up towards the back of the village because if I remember correctly, I think there was something on that side. I remember seeing something over this way, I think. Let's peek behind this. Okay, so just a lava pool, but doesn't look like there's any caves around it. Okay, we're catching stuff on fire. Go the other way. Let's see if there's anything over this way. It would just save us a lot of time, and I just prefer caving too. I think that you get way more resources when you're caving than you do whenever you're strip mining. So if we were able to find one that just opens up and we were able to go down, it looks like there might be some holes over here. Okay, promising. Looks like a cave. Okay, and no, right back out to the top, and another guy down here. Apparently, I need to make this one cave people related, since we have so many people in them. And yeah, just what I thought. This one is almost all surface. Okay. So I don't think, hey, I think that's some mangrove over there, and I would love to work with some mud. I think mud is just a beautiful color whenever you add it in with different things like deep slate and basalt. So we'll remember the mangrove swamps over there. Might make a trip to it later, but not looking like we have any surface caves. This one was the most promising, but it just stops and opens into water. So I think we're gonna want to make it right in the center. I think this right here is about as center as the village gets. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let out these animals, and I'm gonna make this area into our mine. I'm gonna make this into a bit of a rectangle and leave some of the fences there to kind of block off the giant hole I'm about to dig, so we're not just falling down it randomly, or I'm not having villagers walk into it, sheep flying from the sky. We'll cut a hole in every other one here, make it easy to get into. Cut out the corners so I can come in from any direction. We will fill in this because I'm not digging a hole down with water above me. But yeah, I think that's where we're at. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to dump off some of my extra stuff, these fences, and I'm just going to start digging down. I'll dig a spiral, a 2x2 spiral, right down the bedrock. So coming back up, as you can saw, we thought I was going to die there, didn't you? I may have too. Didn't realize the floor opened up underneath me, but found that really cool cave, dripstone cave. No problems. Didn't die. 21 levels, obviously. And we did get quite a few resources from caving there. Nothing that opened up into a whole lot. No diamonds. But I'm going to go ahead, come over here, steal this blast furnace so we can get smelting it up. And I got quite a bit of iron. As you can saw there, I got a raw iron block. So I found a iron vein in one of the tough iron veins, which is great. So I'm going to go ahead and put like this crap rotten flesh in here, and I'm going to put this blast furnace, okay, put it right next to this other furnace, take some of this coal out. I didn't get a whole lot of coal, so we'll put a stack in there, start smelting up our iron. We'll put, already got a stack in there, and we'll smelt up do our gold in this other one, because this one will go faster. We'll be able to get the iron at about the same rate that much gold goes. Let's go ahead. I'm digging straight down to have a quicker way down to our bottom. Ouch. You can see I dug all the way down here to bedrock. Y equals -57. We're going to put our water there, run back up, get some more water, come back down, and do a bit of strip mining. Start here. We'll put a torch there, and I like to go across the way, do another torch there. I do every two. I do a tunnel. So we'll start our tunnel mining here. It's been 5 years. Hey, there we go. Look at that. How many are we going to get? Just two? Okay, two right here. And, oh yeah, diamonds. First ones that we've gotten actually mining. Let's see, we got 1 and 2. Is that it? Surely there's some to the side. On that side. Okay, all right. And 3. That's it. All right. Okay. Guess we'll keep going. Well, that was successful, I guess. I used about 4 iron picks coming back up to the surface to unload our stuff. Got quite a bit of deep slate, which is honestly what I was actually going mining for. I want some of this deep slate and tough and cobblestone and all of that stuff. See, we got 3 diamonds, quite a bit of redstone, some gold. Go ahead and throw this here. Just a bit more iron, not a whole lot. I really need to make another chest here because I want a chest of my resources, like my iron and diamonds and all that, and then a chest of all the other crap, like the rotten flesh I have in there still, and some of the wood and things. So I'll go ahead and take my valuables out of this chest and put them in the other chest, and then I'll just have a chest of junk and a chest of good stuff, which is great. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on making this village into a mining village. So that's why I'm kind of separating my resources so I know what I have. And I was gonna say, I think I left some redstone in there. We'll put that in the correct one. So over here, where we have the mine, that seems like the best place to start. What I'm thinking is we need to kind of block off this mine in a big way to make it really say, hey, this is where the hole is, where the mining hole is. And then everything's gonna kind of work out from there. Now I don't need it to be huge around it, so I'm just gonna go 2 spaces out from the edge of my mine. And that's where I'm going to start putting our perimeter around it. Now my thoughts for this village is it's going to be a mining village, and I don't want it to be some like gold rush out west mining village. I want it to be more kind of like hobbit, dwarf kind of mining village. It's going to be very stone centered, very dark. Some lava or magma blocks or fire or something sprinkled about. But for this part right here, whenever I think of a giant mine hole into the ground, I just always think of this like cage that goes around it. I don't know why. I definitely haven't seen that anywhere, but that's what we're going to go for here. So I'm going to put some big, thick pillars on the edges of this mine. So I'm thinking like 2 by 2, just like that. And yeah, we would do one on each edge, build it up, but I don't want to come in any closer to that line. So I guess the one I'm standing on should probably be the inside corner. Let's go ahead and tear these down. Let's do that instead. We're gonna make that one the inside corner, and we'll do the 2 by 2 outwards from it like this. And then in between each of these pillars, we are going to put some fences to kind of block it off so villagers and animals and myself can't just fall down into the hole in the ground. So let's go ahead and get rid of this leaf, and we're going to put these 2 by 2s on each one. I'm doing it so I can still jump up to the top because I'm going to make them larger than just this tall. And then we're going to, I have just a couple of fences, but not a whole lot. And the fences are going to go in between each of them. Let me put just the few I have down to show you. So I'm going to go in between them all. It'll go all the way across, and then it'll go all the way up so that you can't get in, but you can still see through, so you can tell like this is the mine. I'm just going to go between all those and leave one up. I put some time in. Kind of jumped it so you don't have to watch, and here we go. We got this nice pattern here at the end. Here is our hole down into the ground. There's our other one. We'll put some stuff there so it doesn't have any mobs spawning in it. And here's the finished product. We got fences 2 deep. We got the logs on each edge to really block this off and say, here's our mine. I think it looks great. Very, very happy with that. And I think it's a really good starting point to work out from. So like I said, everything is going to be centered around this mine now. As a mining town, they need to have the mine to center things around. And what that means is that the ground's going to grow out from there, and our buildings are going to always be facing towards it or always be near it. So I think the next thing that we need to do is build kind of the first building of this mine village, the place where we'll call it like a smeltery. It's going to keep our resources. It's going to be where we smelt all of the iron and gold that we get while we're mining. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that, tear down a couple of these things that are in the way, maybe tear down some more buildings to have some more resources. And yeah, I'll catch you at the end once I've kind of built it up. well, there you have it. You saw in the time lapse, we're all done with this one. Going in here to slap a bed down, put it on this side, put in some double chest. I said double chest. And we got another, we'll move our stuff over later. This is kind of hanging down into the space here. Let's go ahead and get rid of this, give us some more headroom. This was the bell tower on the top. So all the villagers will come into the center here to congregate at the end of the day. Looking at that, I think this looks great. It blends right in. You can see it's day 35, so we're about halfway through our 10 days here. Awesome. And we got a mine cage and our first building, our central hub. Went ahead and put on some iron armor. Day 44, day 35, so we're halfway through. Next couple of steps are going to be, we're probably going to get rid of these houses here. We'll leave the church. Got to leave the church. And work around this mine cage. Continuing the floor, well, the ground into it. We got our chute down there to get fast. And yeah, so we have the mine cage worked out here into our main smeltery. And these copper, I think I'm going to go ahead and let it age. I think it'll look great green too. Or, I don't know. I don't really have a way to get honey blocks right now. I definitely could. But I'm going to leave it now. And of course, yes, this guy annoying, but yes, we did trade with him. He had a trade for jungle saplings, and I have not seen a jungle in any horizon yet. So went ahead and took that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and plop this down. I don't like that there. That's the way. But we're going to set this down, and then we'll be done with our first 10 days. Isn't that great? So if you're enjoying it so far, make sure that you stick around and you come back for the next 10 days as we add some more houses and a warehouse, storehouse for all of our goodies. And I'll see you guys next time.